So, heeding Mr. Krashovsky's advice, I chose Denver University, who had afforded me a 4-year scholarship if I keep up a 3.85 GPA, which I did. I worked hard on that. Going to the mainland was not easy. Coming from Hawaii, I was used to seeing short Asian people. And when I landed at LAX, I was like, oh my God, they're like tall Hallies, tall African-American, tall white people everywhere. And going to Colorado, the air was so thin, I spent the first week learning how to breathe, literally. You're going from island to mile high. That in itself was a challenge. So I studied real hard, and finally in 1985, I had an opportunity to go study at Cambridge University, continue my education in fine art. Now, here's when things got tricky. To travel outside the United States, you need a thing called a passport. So here's another passage. Fall soon gave way to winter. I returned to Honolulu to resume tour guiding. That was my summer job back in Hawaii, to make money for lodging. It had been 5 years since we arrived in the United States. This September, our family was notified to take the citizenship exam. John, you better take the exam and apply for your passport soon if you're going to Cambridge in the summer. Mother somehow scrunched up enough money for me to join the other 6 students from DU to attend the Gordon summer program in England. Mr. Gordon Munsell was my art professor and advisor. He came from England. For real, thank you, Mom. The news elevated my spirit to a new high. Before I could start mapping out an adventure in Europe, I had to first pass the US citizenship exam and apply for a passport for international travel. I'm sure you'll pass, John. Even uneducated bar girls who marry GIs have passed. Mother said, recording the Quentin who barely passed his citizenship exam. When she was asked to name 3 American generals, she answered General Electric, General Motors, and General Dynamics. Stupid, yeah? My highly educated mother passed with flying colors, and subsequently, Peggy and I each passed the exam with ease. Peggy was my younger sister. However, to ascertain the most critical travel document would prove to be a challenge. My passport case officer, a Japanese-American woman in her mid-30s, nonchalantly thumbed through my application and told me that I needed a birth certificate. Now, what on earth was a birth certificate? I was born and able to contribute to future birth. Why must I need a bureaucratic document to prove my existence? A birth certificate was a first world novelty. In Taiwan in the 1960s, all birth and death were recorded in a personal hukou or household ledgers, detailing at least 3 generations. Ma'am, I don't believe I have a birth certificate, I said to the officer. Well, then you're not getting a passport. The case officer closed my file and left, leaving me alone like a fallen miner looking out for a rope that will pull him out of the darkness. I shared the story of my passport interview with my mother. Shortly after, my father phoned relatives in Taiwan to send a copy to our family. Naively, I returned to the immigration office with a copy of our family document. What is this? The same case officer who brushed me off was irritated by the non-American proof of my birth. It's our family ledger, ma'am. It recorded our family's birth and death going by 3 generations, I explained. And what am I supposed to do with it? It's in Chinese. Then he shoved the document back at me. Get it translated. Ma'am, get the entire thing translated, then come back, the officer demanded. But ma'am, don't you mean just my immediate family? I couldn't comprehend the case officer's logic for wanting the entire ledger dating back 3 generations translated. No, get the entire ledger translated because I say so. The case officer demonstrated how some Kama'aina treated non-locals in the islands. It certainly wasn't a case of blatant racism, but it did feel like regionalism.